Number 10, freshman power forward, Tony Woody. Number 11, the freshman guard, Thunderwolves. And number 24, the sophomore forward, Ashmore. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves. And now for your North Broward Eagles. Coached by Casey Hall, assisted by Coach and Akeem Rossard. Number 4, the sophomore guard, Braden Schleifer. Number 11, the senior guard, Tom Denny. Number 23, the junior guard, M.K. Ashmore. Number 30, the sophomore guard, Maximus Fuentes. And making his return, number 44, the junior center, Arthur Frico.
And we are live from Coconut Creek, Florida. I'm Gabe Fenster, and welcome to the 4th regular season home game here at North Broward Prep as the Eagles take on the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves. First, starting for the Thunderwolves, number 2, Bo Squitieri. Number 3, CJ Leslie. Number 10, Tony Woody. Number 14, Parker Lanosa. And number 24, Macari Ashmore. And for the Eagles, number 4, Braden Schleifer. Number 11, Dom Denny. Number 23, Mikhail Ashmore. Number 30, Maximus Fuentes. And number 44, Arthur Frigo. And once again, joining me on tonight's broadcast, North Broward Prep alum, Sam Gelfand. Welcome back, Sam. How you doing?
It's great to be back. Yes, thank you. Very excited for this one. This one's about to be underway. The Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves 1-12, your North Broward Eagles 9-6. Now, there was a girls' game right before this. The Thunderwolves beat the girls, North Broward girls 64-22. Might not be the case if Maximus Fuentes is off on a roll.
It's going to be a very exciting game here. Both the Mikhail Ashmore and Macari Ashmore brothers going head-to-head. It's going to be a very competitive matchup here. Arthur Frigo coming back from an injury, missing a few games, and both Ashmore and Frigo's former team was Oxbridge Academy. So how do you think they're feeling going into this game?
It's going to be interesting. You know, they say that no one fights like brothers. We'll have to see if that comes into play today, but there's more news than just that. The basketball gods, they taketh, or they giveth, and they taketh away. As Justin Abson on the bench for North Broward, out with a rotator cuff injury, but Casey Myers, the best player on the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves, also injured. As right now, Parker Lanosa controlling at the point guard position for the Thunderwolves.
Huge loss for North Broward. Justin Abson out, big man, huge impact in the game last matchup. So how do you think the Eagles are going to be able to run through the offense and defense without Abson?
Well, luckily they get Arthur Frigo back, who's a big presence at center, a 6'7" presence to be exact, as North Broward currently controls. Dom Denny throws it over to Schleifer. Braden Schleifer controlling. He had 6 points in the last game. Currently at the point guard position, usually Denny is there. Fuentes pass over to Schleifer, back to Fuentes. Schleifer to Denny from the corner. Overshoots it. It's going to go out of bounds and be an Oxbridge ball.
That was a great look for Denny there. I saw he wanted the shot. He got it. It wasn't the outcome he was expecting for, but it was a great shot by Denny.
Hey, Dom Denny shooting 400 from beyond the arc. That is nothing to sneeze at in high school, college, or the NBA. As Oxbridge brings that back into play now. Number 3, CJ Leslie passes it over to Bo Squitieri, number 2, double teamed. Number 10 back to Squitieri. And MK Ashmore says, give me that ball, I appreciate it, thank you. Dom Denny driving into the lane, draws a foul and makes the basket. So it's 4-0, your Eagles lead over the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves.
Great play there by Dom Denny, very aggressive in the paint, driving to the basket and getting the and one. He's a great free throw shooter also. He has 750 from the line.
3 out of 4 times at the line, that's pretty much automatic.
For a guard, for a great shooter that he is, I'm not expecting much less from him, but yes, 3 for 4 on the line is quite impressive.
The Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves undergoing a rebuilding year to say the least. New head coach, new athletic coordinator, and 4 players that average 10+ points per game have graduated.
Yes, this is not the Thunderwolves that we saw last year. What a team that was last year.
Headed by AJ Kajust, who was the Sun Sentinel Player of the Year. As MK goes for the jumper, it's no good, and the whistle's blown.
I don't know about you, but I'm very excited to see the matchup for the Ashmore brothers. It's going to be very intense. Might get a little heated. We'll see what happens.
Of course, MK Ashmore spent part of last year with Oxbridge Academy, as well as Somerset Canyons. Arthur Frigo, also a Thunderwolf, part of last year's incredible squad, as number 24 goes with the jumper. That's Makari Ashmore. It's no good. Rebound by Frigo. Now Dom Denny passes it over to Fuentes from the corner, beyond the arc. No good. Frigo there, and he puts it in.
Great rebound by Frigo there. No defenders there to help out. So an easy layup for Frigo. That's Frigo's first field goal back from the injury. It's great to see him back.
Had not played since December 4th against Benjamin. That one goes off the glass. Fuentes nearly gets a hand on it. Thunderwolves recover. That's Lanosa right now. Gives it over to Leslie, driving. A whistle's blown. Casey Wallop striking a pose on the sidelines. Looks very fashionable. I wonder where he gets his pants. They're very nicely tailored.
A little bit tight on him, but it looks good. You can pull it off.
You know, basketball players tend to be better with the slim fit. Ball sails out of everyone's reach except Dom Denny, who drives and gets the layup.
And the Eagles now have a 9-point lead. 4 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the first. I don't know about you, but this could be a blowout.
Well, I'd like to see a competitive game between these two, and it could be. The Thunderwolves, a very young team right now. Only a couple of seniors, 4 of them specifically, and 3 of them are not starting. Actually, all 4 of them are out because number 1, Casey Myers, who leads the team in games played, points per game, assists per game, and steals per game, currently injured. Oxbridge head coach Antoine Harrington declined to tell me what the injury actually was. He told me it was illegal. I told him it was journalism.
It must be serious, though, because Casey Myers clearly makes an impact out on the court. So if he's out and not be able to help his team tonight, it must be serious, because I know he is a fighter.
So it's Leslie over to Woody, who touches the glass and makes the first point.
So it's about time that the Thunderwolves make their first field goal. Now a 7-point lead for the Eagles, 4:27 remaining in the first.
Schleifer currently with the ball on the right side of your screen. Denny gives it over to Fuentes, finds Frigo in the paint. Backing up, double team, gives it back to Denny from beyond the arc. Now Schleifer has the ball beyond on the right side of your screen. Back to Frigo at the free throw line, powering through, playing aggressively. Couple people trip. And number 10, Tony Woody, took a bit of a beating on that play, but luckily he's up.
What would you do if Arthur Frigo came at you like that?
Run.
I'd probably get up. After I fell, I would run after that.
After him or just away?
Both.
Oh, so you'd fake him out first?
Of course.
Frigo misses his first from the stripe. This was actually his first free throw of the year, so he's 0 for 1.
Not a great start for Frigo. Let's see if it happens here.
His second shot does connect, though.
And he is shooting 500 from the stripe. For a big man, 500 from the stripe is pretty impressive.
Hey, I lived through the days of Shaquille O'Neal on the Lakers as there's a layup by Fuentes. Layup by Maximus Fuentes. Now the Thunderwolves control. The pass just falls out of bounds. Thunderwolves got a hands on it. Parker Lanosa attempting to help his team accidentally did more harm than good. Happens to everybody. Sometimes you just try your best and you don't succeed.
Happens to everyone. Happens to the best of us.
So it's 3:45 now as Dom Denny brings it past half court. Looks like the Thunderwolves playing a 3-2 defense, or a 2-3 depending on which side of the court you're on. It is a zone either way. Maximus Fuentes on the right side sets up for the alley-oop. Ashmore would have had it, but it sailed between the hands, so now it's a Thunderwolf ball. Maximus Wagner passes it over. Now C.J. Leslie from downtown.
I'm still looking forward to an Ashmore alley-oop. Haven't got one yet, but I see one in the coming. I'm excited. Are you excited to see an Ashmore dunk, Sam?
Man, you gotta love when there's a little bit of jam brought to the basketball arena. It's Maximus Fuentes now. Gives it to M.K. Ashmore. Shoots, it's no good. Frigo there with the rebound, doing what a center's supposed to do. Can't put it through, though. A little less of what a center's supposed to do. So now it's a Thunderwolf ball. Leslie brings it over to Chesney Kajust, who puts up 2.
And just like that, a 5-point lead for the Eagles. 2:38 remain in the first. Eagles lead 12-7.
Kajust, I don't have confirmation, but I think it's a safe bet to say most likely related to A.J. Kajust. As Dom Denny makes it look so easy.
Denny able to pull up wide open. That is always money for Denny.
Kajust with the pass. The referee says nope, not this time. Renash Jenna coming into the game for Frigo. Jenna got a starting job in the last game against Grandview Prep, which really just was a heartbreaker. North Broward lost by a single point with 2 seconds left in the game. That was anyone's contest as Ashmore with the jumper. It goes off the inside of the rim. Jenna with the rebound gave it to Denny. Pass is tipped. Oxbridge ball, but a foul is drawn. That one is against Ashmore. So now C.J. Leslie will bring it in. Leslie had 16 points in the last game, which was against Cardinal Newman. So now Wagner, keep confusing Lanosa and Wagner, passed it to Squidieri. Jenna gave him a block for it.
A great block there by Jenna, and now Schleifer up. Layup is off.
Great fast break. Unfortunately, the shot did not connect. So now C.J. Leslie with the ball, controlling, guarded by Schleifer. Tries to find Kajust in the middle of the paint. Instead, it's Squidieri from downtown. A short 3 makes it.
And now back to a 5-point lead for the Eagles. Eagles had a 9-point lead to start the game.
It's 15-10 with 1:15 remaining. Denny no good from 3. Rebound by Makari Ashmore. Put up 8 points in the last game against Benjamin. And that's Leslie putting up 2.
Leslie able to sneak in past Ashmore. Ashmore trying to block. That block attempt was not happening. Layup was good by Leslie.
So now Schleifer controls for North Broward. Over to Denny. Back to Schleifer. Goes for downtown. Connects. From downtown, it's number 4, Schleifer. Schleifer leading the team in 3-point percentage. 480 going into this game as the pass goes off the legs of Renash Jenna. Those big tree trunks brought the ball back into Eagles possession. As Dom Denny now passes over to Schleifer. Tries again. 2 for 2. From the arc, it's number 4, Braden Schleifer. Schleifer is heating up. As now Maximus Wagner, the other player named Maximus in this game, passes it over to number 24, Makari Ashmore, who had an air ball. Shot at the buzzer is no good. It's 21-12 as we go into the second quarter.
You know, I definitely see a similarity in Ashmore's brother's shot. They definitely have the same shot moving from right to left going up. Very similar shot. Not sure who has a better shot, but we'll find out in this game.
So 1 quarter down. Are we still on the air?
Yes, we are.
1 quarter down. Tell me, what do you like about North Broward's play in this game so far?
North Broward is starting off hot. Braden Schleifer 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Renash Jenick came in, a block right away. Frigo's very good down in the paint. So it's pretty impressive after coming off an injury. He's already coming off hot. I mean, maybe he's a little aggressive because this is his former team, but this is the Frigo I want to see for the rest of this season.
Arthur Frigo looks like he has not lost a step, even though he hasn't played in over a month. We'll have to see if that continues throughout this game or if it was just a hot start. Either way, his performance may be the difference maker in this contest as Maximus Fuentes will bring it in for North Broward, gives it to Denny, and we're underway in the second quarter.
And Tyler Fields and Ryan Negri are now in for the Eagles.
And that's Negri who passes it over to Field. Draws a foul, even though the basket doesn't connect. It's not the worst thing in the world. You know, you don't get what you want, you get the second best thing.
He's got to perform from the line. Let's see, Tyler Fields. How's he shooting from the line, Sam?
5 for 7. Perfect 5 for 7, if you will. That one may be a little old for you.
Tough break there for Fields.
Spend more time on the internet, man.
There we go.
Second free throw connects for Tyler Fields, so he is 6 for 8. Is that correct? Is my quick mental math correct?
Sounds right to me, Sam.
Sounds good enough. 7:45, 22-12 is your score right now as the Thunderwolves about to inbound it. That's number 3, CJ Leslie. Looking for an option. North Broward swarming, finds one in Squitieri. Double teamed. It's Negri who comes up with it, but he got a little bit physical. 7:41 now. And it's a North Broward ball. Oxbridge Academy head coach Antoine Harrington doesn't look very happy with the last foul call.
This is the first time I've seen Coach Casey sitting down.
You're right.
So he must be pretty impressed with his team if he's sitting down, because whenever I look over there, he's standing up, arms crossed, intense face. He's looking pretty relaxed right now. I like this Casey.
I've never seen it before in my life. Dom Denny brings it in. Field can't connect. Rebound by Kajust. Gives it over to CJ Leslie. On the left side of your screen, Negri getting a little bit physical again. Leslie sent across the paint. Denny now over to Fuentes. Chakalaka!
What a dunk from Fuentes. 6'1". That guy can get up.
Kajus now near the rim. It's blocked by Ashmore.
That was a two-handed block. He got both hands on the ball. That's pretty hard to do.
He said, "Get that out of my face." It will be a Thunderwolf ball. Brought into Leslie. Leslie driving off the mark. Ashmore with the rebound, gives it over to Denny. Denny now on the right side. Gives it to, I believe that's Field. His three-pointer was no good. That was Negri, excuse me, but Negri tries to make good on it. Oh, swipes the ball out, but it's a double dribble.
Tough call. Very tough call. Quick thinking by the refs.
Is that a double dribble or a travel when he does the elliptical thing with his hands?
Double dribble.
Double dribble, I was right. Okay, that's reassuring. Ball sent into Squitieri. Hands it off to Lanosa at the point guard position. 6:42 left, 24-12 is your score.
It's the biggest lead of the game for the Eagles, leading by 12.
Doubling the opponent's score. And of course, we thank you for joining us all game here. Sam Gelfand and Gabe Fenster live for North Broward Athletics on YouTube. Denny over to Fuentes. The layup hits metal. A little bit of a scramble. The Thunderwolves recover. Lanosa now brings it into the paint. Negri trying to block, had to deal it out to Leslie to the outside, and he connects from beyond the arc.
I see Denny was trying to get a steal from behind, trying to be sneaky, not able to get there fast enough as he kicks it out, three-pointer, and Denny with a three-pointer now, right back at it. That is what I call payback.
His form is just perfect.
It is so smooth.
Truly a thing of beauty. As Squitieri deals it out now to Ashmore. Back to Squitieri. North Broward's defense looking pretty impenetrable so far in this game, although Ashmore puts up a jumper, no good. That's Frigo with a rebound. Frigo been a rebounding machine in this game as Fuentes puts up a layup.
Great drive there by Fuentes, able to get past the defense for a wide open lay.
Fuentes with 8 points so far in this game. He had 9 all game last time. This is the Fuentes we're used to. There's a layup from Cajuste.
Cajuste is pretty psyched about that layup, able to get past the defense, elbows out, aggressive layup.
Fuentes on a bit of a cold streak the past 2 games. 6 points and 9 points respectively. Already has 8 in this one, and we're 4:53 left in the first half.
And that one counts for Frigas. He will go to the line, shooting 1.
Arthur Frigo has been so dominant in the paint so far, although it's going to be a Thunderwolf ball. It's Lanosa bringing it in to Leslie. Quick crossover, gets past Field, gives it back to Lanosa. Slowing down the attack, dribbling through the legs. Denny guarding him. Hands it over to Leslie on the left side. Now it's Squitieri from beyond the arc. Successful pick by Cajuste from the free throw line. It's no good. Denny with the rebound. Frigo, no one there. Brings the jam!
Bit of a light dunk there for Frigo. Wanted to go higher, but we'll take it. I'm happy with the 2 points. He's happy with 2 points. Eagles lead 31-17 with 4 minutes, 9 seconds in the first half.
Frigo with a little bit of reverse action. What a nice looking play as Cajuste hands it off to Lanosa. Sets a pick for Denny. Lanosa over to Leslie. Leslie tries to penetrate the three-point line. Negri keeping him honest. And a foul's called. That was a push. The first foul committed by Negri. So it'll be C.J. Leslie bringing it back in for the Thunderwolves. What a cool name Thunderwolves is, honestly.
Yeah, it's a very unique name. Might get mixed up with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not really sure what Thunderwolves are. Do you know what that is?
Not necessarily, but it's cool, that's for sure. Sounds like a special move from Mortal Kombat or something.
So you know how wolves come out when the moon comes? I think these wolves come out when thunder strikes. That's my guess.
That's even cooler. As the shot by number 23, Oscar Storkerson, just off the mark. Ashmore now driving, finds a lane, physical in the paint. Frigo with a rebound. Deals it out to Negri, who drives, bounce pass to Ashmore, no good. Toss-up, recovered by the Thunderwolves, C.J. Leslie specifically.
That looked like an easy layup for Ashmore, not able to capitalize there.
Now Leslie from downtown, it's good.
And the Eagles' lead is trimmed to just 11. 3 minutes now remain in the first half.
Oh, it's just an 11-point lead, nothing to worry about. As North Broward has the ball, Schleifer, the point guard, Ashmore over to Peterson. Getting some reps in this game, stolen by Squitieri. No one there for the layup, but it's no good anyway. Peterson with a rebound, gives it off to Schleifer, brings it past half court. Schleifer at the free throw line, gives it to Frigo, it's off his hands.
Now coming into the game is Scott Houtkin.
Scott Houtkin hasn't gotten any reps since January 2nd versus Olympic Heights. This is his 7th game of the year. As Squitieri now brings it into Leslie. Pass is intercepted by Schleifer, who brings it to Ashmore. Push doesn't get called. Layup isn't good. Rebound by Storkerson.
Not sure what's really going on with Ashmore, but the Lambs just seemed to not be falling for him.
Could be equilibrium issue. Who knows? No equilibrium issue for number 2, Bo Squitieri. Connects with a 3 despite getting knocked down. So Ashmore from beyond the arc, not somewhere you usually see him. And not something you usually see for Schleifer, who misses the three-pointer.
That makes him 2 for 3 from behind the arc in the game.
Leslie misses one as well. Rebound by Houtkin. Ashmore with only one defender. Gives him the shoulder, but yet another one misses, and you see Ashmore is exasperated.
I see the frustration on his face. He's not happy. The layups are not falling for him. But I know Ashmore, once he gets hot, he cannot stop.
So it's just a matter of time for MK Ashmore, who I only learned is called MK yesterday.
Goes by MK, real name Mikhail. I think he prefers MK, and so is his brother. He refers as MK as well.
So only one of them is going to be called MK in this game, and it's going to be the one for North Broward. We have that ability as we are broadcasting for North Broward. Thank you very much for joining us, Sam Gelfand and Gabe Fenster here, live on YouTube. So Denny now gives it back to Schleifer. Back to Denny from downtown, no good. Arthur Frigo there for the rebound, nearly gets knocked out of his hands 2 times. Storkerson ties up with the ball. It's a toss-up, and Coach Casey Wallop is back to standing and screaming on the sidelines. There we go.
That's the Coach Casey that I'm used to seeing.
I think most of us, actually, as the foul is on Arthur Frigo. 2 fouls on the day, but the good news is he has more points than fouls, so usually that's a sign that you're doing something right. As Parker Lanosa now gives it off to Squitieri. Over to Lanosa. Pass is blocked by Denny. No one there for the pass. Denny goes up with a layup.
I know Denny wanted the dunk there because Denny can fly. Did you know that Dom Denny dunked over me and another person at a pep rally here at North Broward? So I know he can fly.
Amazing considering he's 5'10". Quite the vertical on Denny as Lanosa goes for a quick jumper. No good. Rebound. You could say that was Schleifer or Denny. Either way, Fuentes flies and hits a layup.
And the Eagles are just striking back here. Not able to score for the past 2 minutes, and now 4 points in the past 15 seconds.
15 seconds left in the first half. Bounce pass over to Ashmore. Hits one. 10 seconds. Both the Ashmore brothers wearing the same shoes.
I think one might be his, and the other one might
Actually,
be
you're right.
the other, yeah.
Shot by Denny's unsuccessful. That is the end of the first half. Your North Broward Eagles lead over the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves 35-25.
Great first half for the Eagles, able to get 35. That's very rare for the Eagles. They are a great team, but they usually start off slow and start heating up as the game goes on. But this team, at 1-12, I was not expecting anything less than 35 points in the first half. 25 points, I should see less coming off the Thunderwolves, excuse me. But again, a very great first half. Frigo, great first half, able to strike back at his former team.
You could say that about 2 or 3 different players on North Broward. Frigo as well as MK Ashmore. Both played on Oxbridge Academy last year.
I'm not sure if they got any minutes, though, on Oxbridge Academy, which is probably one of the reasons why they transferred to North Broward.
Probably, but what a waste, considering the talent that we've seen from Ashmore and Frigo in this game already.
They're definitely great players, but that really shows how good Oxbridge Academy was last year.
Very true. Oxbridge Academy lost head coach Brandon Strasburger, who's now the assistant coach at Kaiser University. They lost their athletic director. They lost Sun Sentinel Player of the Year A.J. Kajust, Klein Alexander, Troy Joseph, and Dante Wilcox, all of whom scored more than 10 points per game.
And that's incredible. For more than one player to average over 10 points a game really shows how good your team is.
But that's the Oxbridge Academy of last year, not the Oxbridge Academy of this year.
Correct.
North Broward currently leads 35-25. 6.5 minutes remaining in halftime, and we'll join you in those 6.5 minutes. Thank you so much for sticking around here on this North Broward Athletics broadcast on YouTube. Sam Gelfand and Gabe Fenster, don't go anywhere. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Global Wellness Center here in Coconut Creek, Florida. Sam Gelfand and Gabe Fester as MK Ashmore shows us what he's got.
And there we go. I've been waiting for that for so long, and I am excited. It was worth the wait. And now Fuentes.
Oh, got a little cocky. Off the mark, bounce out of his hands. That's just disappointing as Makari Ashmore now hands it over to Leslie. Denny got a hand on it, but it's ruled to travel anyway.
Fuentes did have one dunk already, so I'm happy with that. I'll take two, but one is fine with me.
What a way to start the second half of this game, though. North Broward.
Two breakaway fast breaks to start the second half. I don't know, I'm not sure what Coach Casey talks about, but whatever he did, it's working.
And he's sitting down again, so he must be very confident in those words.
Yes, he is.
As Schleifer now gives it to Ashmore, back to Schleifer, back to Ashmore, over to Fuentes on the right side. Fuentes back to Schleifer. Schleifer at the free throw line, gives it back to Denny. Denny from downtown, no good, off the rim. Rebound by C.J. Leslie. Leslie now gives it to Ashmore. Ashmore driving, it's no good. Foul is called, looks like on Frigo. Any faster, I'll have to become an auctioneer.
It's a good way to put it, Sam.
Well, that's the kind of action we've had in this game so far. Back and forth between the Thunderwolves and the Eagles. 37-25. Score almost betrays just how close this game has been and how fast-paced this game has been.
Oh, it's definitely gone by fast. I'm having a lot of fun. So you know what they say? Goes by when you're having fun. Time flies.
And so does the second free throw by Makari Ashmore, which sinks. The shot by Fuentes off the mark. Denny gives it back to Fuentes, over to Schleifer. To Ashmore on the outside. Ashmore to Frigo. Thinks about shooting a three. Jumper is no good. Fuentes fighting for it. Picked up by Kajus. Kajus brings it over to Squidieri. Squidieri past the half-court line. Leslie now from no man's land. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Saved by number 10, Tony Woody. It's MK Ashmore who controls for the Eagles. Gives it over to Denny. At the paint, no look pass to Ashmore. A little reverse action.
Great reverse layup there by Ashmore. Able to go around the rim. And an easy bucket for Ashmore.
Lights flicker for a moment. Seems the Eagles drawing some of the power from the building. As Denny picks the pocket of Ashmore. No one there for Denny. The one-handed slam, no good. Denny has the vertical, and he's smiling. He knows he could have done it, but maybe the 5'10" just didn't quite help there.
Oh, no, I know he can do it. I've seen it many times in person. He definitely has the hops for it. Maybe in-game's a little more intense, but he can easily get over the rim.
Well, you know, it's like a slam dunk contest versus dunking in a game. You know what you're doing. You have the moment to pause and think about it and set up for it. Get more vertical in a contest like that as an easy jumper goes down for Ashmore.
Well, of course, in a game, you have to think fast. It happens all of a sudden. In a dunk contest, you have time to think about it. So yes, I know what you're saying, Sam. It's very quick thinking when in-game dunks.
Arthur Frigo from the top of the key, and a three-pointer. No, just a two. Just a two for the big man.
Yes, I noticed his foot was on the line. Everyone thought that was a three-pointer. That is pretty deep for a big man like him, so I'm very impressed. Wanted the three-pointer there, but didn't get that.
So about the longest two possible for Frigo, as a rebound is picked off by Ashmore. Goes behind him to Frigo. Recovery. Shot's no good. A whistle's blown. Looks like Woody got knocked down. That's a block on Woody. So Arthur Frigo, 1 for 2, goes to the line.
500, like I said.
He is shooting 500. We'll have to see. Well, it's going to change now. Which way does it go? Just barely down to 1 for 3.
So now he's shooting 333.
Good batting average.
Thank you. Math is my strength.
Notice Frigo still has wraps on his knees as it's now 1 for 4. Leslie over to Squidieri. Guarded by Schleifer. Antony double team towards the edge. Finds an out in Leslie. Leslie with a layup. The finger roll's good. Now Schleifer over to Denny. Denny finds Ashmore. The jumper is off the mark. Fuentes, though, is there to pick up the pace.
That was a great tip there by Frigo. Found Fuentes. Easy lay for Fuentes.
So 2 for Fuentes. Currently has 12 on the game. As Leslie sinks a very pretty jumper. Braden Schleifer now gives it over to Fuentes. Ashmore to Schleifer. Schleifer double team. Denny back to Schleifer. Back to Denny. In the corner on the left side of your screen. Frigo underneath the basket. Takes 2 steps and brings it home.
What a great shot, or layup should I say, by Frigo. Able to find behind the rim and get the easy lay.
Not as great of a layup for number 10, Tony Woody, as the foul is called. Woody, 6'4", 155. Nice to see he's using his vertical ability.
And Woody's shooting 640 from the stripe.
Last game only scored 2 points. Maybe that's indicative if he misses the first.
With those 2 points off free throws?
1 field goal. 5 rebounds, though, and 1 assist. 3:54 remaining in the third period. Woody's second one, toilet bowls out. Ashmore with a rebound. Dom Denny now over to Ashmore. Blocked by Woody. Would have thought that was goaltending. Hey, I'm just an announcer. Squidieri gives it to Woody in the paint.
If only we were allowed to make the decisions out on the court.
Field says no thank you. Denny dribbling, driving, no good, off the rim. Scramble for the ball, Squidieri with a rebound. Squidieri gets past 3 men. Fuentes deflects. Rolls around him to the left. There's a timeout called by Oxbridge. Head coach Antoine Harrington not happy about that.
Yeah, I could tell the Thunderwolves offense was not really sure what was going on. There was a bit chaotic. So great timeout by the Thunderwolves head coach. Need to talk it over. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens in the rest of this game, too. 3:16 on the clock in the third period. North Broward leading over the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves 47-30. Right now, Tom Denny 13 points. Maximus Fuentes with 12. Notable Ashmore with 6. And Schleifer with 6 as well. On the other side of the court, C.J. Leslie holding it down, 15 points, more than his 12.9 average per game. I don't know about you, but from the little that I have seen so far, there's a lot of potential for the Thunderwolves. It might not be this year, certainly not this year. Maybe in the next or the year after that. This could be a formidable squad.
I do agree with that. They're a young team. They're definitely in rebuilding mode. So I was saying a few years from now, they could be right back where they were last year.
And last year, they were district champs, lost in the regional semifinals, went 25-1 as Ashmore blocks Leslie and draws a whistle. Can you imagine that? 25-1.
That is very hard to believe looking at the team right now that I'm seeing. It's 25-1 to 1-12.
Well, 25-1 is honestly just unfathomable after years of being a Jets fan. I can't imagine winning that much.
Giants fan myself, have to relate.
Leslie's 3 is off the mark. That's something I can relate to. Maximus Fuentes has the ball now, slows things down. Tyler Field over to Denny. Ashmore underneath the net with a soft touch.
That was a great no-look pass by Denny. Saw Ashmore cutting, looked the opposite way, finds Ashmore for the easy layup.
Squidieri now. Finds Leslie inside of the paint. The layup sinks in after a couple of hops. Leslie with 17 points on the day, looking primed to break 20. As Schleifer now hands it off to Field. Field driving, blocked by Leslie, holds on to it, tries again, no good. Fuentes picks up the pace from the other side of the net.
Great putback there by Fuentes, able to get over the tall defenders and put it back easy.
Fuentes with 14 points now, looking more like what we're used to seeing. He averages 11.8 on each game. CJ Leslie slowing things down, giving Oxbridge some time to recombobulate, regroup, get things back together as Squitieri drives. Hands it over to Ashmore. Or sorry, that was Lanosa to Ashmore. Ashmore now back to Lanosa. Lanosa guarded by Schleifer, so he gives it back to Leslie, who sinks a two-pointer. Very long two. So that's 19 on the day for him. 1:20 remaining. Ashmore now gives it over to Field at the top of the key. Pocket nearly picked by Maximus Wagner. Field finds a way around. The layup's good.
Great read there by Fields, able to find a split in the defense, wide open lane, easy layup for Tyler Fields.
Tyler Field averaging 1.6 points per game, so he's already above it now. Leslie with a jumper. Hits it. Leslie's been pretty automatic. Got to give credit where credit's due.
No, definitely. He's been taking over this game. I don't think if it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game. Not like they're in this game that much already, as they're trailing by a pretty good amount. But I'd say without him, they'd be down by a lot more.
Leslie doing it all himself on that play. The rebound, the drive, the shot, tried for a steal. Fuentes with a finger roll, sinks it. Finger roll by number 3, Maximus Fuentes. 11 seconds, 10 now. Parker Lanosa slowing it down. Wants to give the Thunderwolves the last shot, but Ashmore with a steal, no one there. Kaboom!
And another one for MK Ashmore. This is really fun for me to watch, Sam. I'm enjoying this game a lot. Ashmore dunked it. Fuentes dunked it. This is awesome. And another great quarter for the Eagles. I saw that they were able to turn the ball over a lot and able to steal the ball a lot and a lot of fast break opportunities. 2 dunks for Ashmore, 1 dunk for Fuentes. Great playing by the Eagles that quarter.
Like you said, it just took time for Ashmore to warm up. He found his rhythm, and he has been bringing it home this second half. Ashmore putting on a highlight reel performance tonight.
Yeah, he missed one of the dunks, but he got right back with the other one.
Hey, anytime that you score more than 10 points in a game, it's a successful outing. He's already at 10. There's a whole quarter left.
It's already looking like a blowout here, but I can't speak the future. But it looks like this one's going to be in the books pretty soon.
Well, I don't know if I would say it's a blowout. It's 57-36, 20 points going into the fourth quarter. It's a lot, but it's not impossible. So we'll have to see, because as we know, anything is possible in sports.
That is right, but the way the Eagles have been playing in this game, I can't see the lead slipping away from them anytime soon.
A block on Dom Denny. That's number 2, Bo Squitieri, drawing the foul. Looks like Denny's going to go to the line. Low fouling game so far in the second half, 3 and 2 respectively for North Broward and Oxbridge.
Yes, I've noticed that. Not many stripe trips this half. I'm used to seeing a lot more.
So Dom Denny at the line takes a breath. And maybe he should have taken a longer breath because that one rolls off.
But Denny, again, is shooting 750 from the stripe. So it's very rare to see him miss a free throw.
Well, will it be 2 in a row? Nope, sinks the second. Second free throw made by number 11, Dom Denny. So now it's Parker Lanosa who brings it past the half-court line, guarded by Denny. It's been 11 on 11 all game. As Ashmore now, from beyond the arc, gives it back to Lanosa. Double-teamed, Peterson there, big physical presence, keeping him back. Leslie tries to drive, Ashmore and Jenna there to keep him back.
Great defense here by the Eagles, not letting the Thunderwolves get a shot. And that's the outcome they were looking for. Missed shot, Eagles ball now.
And a little put away by MK Ashmore. Another great play from below the net.
Now a 24-point lead for the Eagles. It's the biggest lead of the game. Last game we saw a lot of lead changes. It's a very different game.
It's a whole nother ball game, as they say, as Squidieri, currently guarded by Field, gives it over to Leslie, guarded by Ashmore. Leslie trying to find an option, finds one in Ashmore on the right side of your screen. Gives it to Squidieri. Now Leslie tries to give it back to Squidieri, who stumbles and goes out of bounds. Feel bad for Lanosa, whose three-pointer after the whistle went in. Got to be disappointing.
You know, I'm very used to seeing the ball go in after the whistle is called.
Maybe it's something about having the lesser pressure.
I think it is, because they have more time once the whistle is called. Take a deep breath, take a shot, usually goes in. But it doesn't count. That's what's the problem with that.
But it's a confidence booster, and you know what? You can't take away from the impact of confidence. That's why teams hire sports psychologists.
Agreed.
What Yogi Berra say, 90% of the game is half mental?
Did he say that?
He did say that, yes. 90% of the game is half mental.
Well, he's not wrong.
Not at all. Maybe a little wishy-washy on statistics, but he's not wrong. So Tom Tenney will bring it in for North Broward. Gives it to Ryan Negri, who drives. Hand goes on the arm during the layup.
And this will be Negri's first trip to the line. Negri, 1 for 4 on the year.
Negri, not a lot of offensive production on the year, but 1.2 rebounds per game. He has his place. A couple of steals every once in a while as well. Also a football player.
Is that right?
Well, at least that's what Max Preps told me. Maybe JV. Maybe not at all. Maybe you can't believe everything you read on the internet. Second free throw made. So 1 point on the day for Negri, around average, as CJ Leslie now controls from the right side, gives it over to Lanosa. Lanosa tries to drive, finds a lane, goes off the rim. Peterson with a rebound. Denny now has the ball past the half-court line, finds an open lane and lays it up easy.
And that is, I'm very used to seeing that from Dom Denny. Always managing to get an easy layup. Even if the defense is on him, double team doesn't matter. He always finds a split in the defense for an easy layup.
Dom Denny back-to-back all-county honorable mentions from the Sun Sentinel. Commit to the Florida Southern Moccasins, one of the top D2 programs in Florida, if not the country.
And here comes
Ashmore. Brings the jam!
This is an exciting game for MK Ashmore.
MK Ashmore brings it down!
I mean, I have not seen a dunk at home this season, and in this game alone, he has 3.
You know, Oxbridge may be the Thunderwolves, but it's MK Ashmore bringing the thunder in this game as Maximus Wagner sinks to 2.
He's definitely getting back at his former team.
Negri dishes it out to Ashmore. Open lane. Don't give him that. You're gonna regret it.
This is getting out of control, Sam.
Hold on, I get to do this. I love this. Number 23, MK Ashmore, is on fire. I haven't gotten to do that in a while. CJ Leslie cannot bring down the three-pointer. It's Dom Denny with a rebound. Denny with a little juking and jiving and hits it.
What a little tricky play there from Dom Denny, able to double clutch.
Denny hits him with the old razzle-dazzle as now CJ Leslie controls. Timeout is called.
He put a little front spin on the ball, able to roll around the rim and go through the net. Very impressive play by Dom Denny, but again, he is very good at driving to the lane.
There's a nice score on the board right now, 69-38. North Broward Eagles leading over the Oxbridge Academy Thunderwolves. Sam Gelfand and Gabe Fenster here calling it for you on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us.
31-point lead for the Eagles is the largest lead of the game.
So now, Maximus Wagner Gave it away to 44, Chesney Kajust, who I honestly expected to see a little bit more of today. Just a freshman, he's got a lot of potential, 6'5", 165, likely related to the former player of the year.
I think it'd be quite a coincidence if they weren't related.
It's not a common last name. It would be quite the coincidence.
And they are on the same team.
Parker Lanosa puts up 2 more. I shouldn't say 2 more. That's his first 2 of the game, although he has been very productive in other offensive categories. Denny with the no-look handoff to Ashmore. Denny, a real fan of those no-look passes, clearly influenced by Magic Johnson. Given over to Negri, underneath the rim, and 1.
Great play there by Negri, able to get past the tall defenders, through the net, to the line. Ryan Negri shooting 1. 3-point opportunity coming up shortly.
Negri, who we now know is not a football player, goes to the line. Feeling it out. And the temporary golf voice didn't help him at all. As Storkerson has it stolen by Denny. Check your wallet next time as Negri brings it, gets fouled. Chesney Kajus not happy about that foul call.
And Negri is 1 for 3 from the stripe this far. Shooting 2 this time. Let's see what happens.
So Negri gets 1 more chance. Let's see
if Negri can prove himself here at the line.
Let's see if the PGA Tour voice comes back. Maybe it'll help him this time. Well, the first one goes in.
Try it again, Sam.
All right, we're going all in with the golf announcer voice. It's got to be even a little bit softer than that, somewhere around here. Ryan Negri at the free throw line. Takes a breather, finds his rhythm, and sinks both.
Seems like good luck to me.
Both free throws made by number 10, Ryan Negri. Do you remember that game for the Baltimore Orioles when the city was rocked by protests and they had to play with no one in the stadium?
No one was there.
The announcer did a golf call of an RBI double. Great moment.
That'd be funny to listen to. But again, I couldn't be there because they closed down.
Well, hold on. Basket by number 44, Arthur Frigo. As Frigo hits his 11th point of the game. Look it up on YouTube after this game. Sam Gelfand and Gabe Fenster bringing this one to you. Thank you for joining us as Parker Lanosa hits a jumper.
Only 2 minutes, 36 seconds remain in the game. Eagles lead by a huge 75-42.
75-42 with 2:35 remaining in this game. The Thunderwolves up to 6 fouls, trying to do what they can to stop this North Broward onslaught. As Braden Schleifer looks to pile it on. Breakaway, finds a lane, layup no good. Peterson with a rebound, hands it out to number 1. Scott Halkin shots off, and a foul's drawn on Tyler Field. With 2:12 remaining and the running clock now in effect, as great of a game as we've seen from MK Ashmore, I think that's going to be the end of his electric performance.
Great performance by Ashmore. He definitely showed Oxbridge Academy why he is playing here.
So currently on the court for North Broward, as there's 1:52 remaining and the running clock is on, is Andrew Peterson, Tyler Field, Scott Houtkin, Braden Schleifer, and Ryan Negri. As Parker Lanosa is driving, finds his way through. Layup's no good. Ball could have gone any which way, rebounded by Houtkin. 1:33 remaining in this game. North Broward is in the bonus. Tyler Field driving on the inside, pass over to Negri. Negri to Peterson. Peterson out to Houtkin. Just bounces out. That's painful. The bench rooting for Houtkin to succeed. He's only played in 6 games. This is number 7 for him. Lanosa controlling the Thunderwolf attack. Lanosa with a little bit of bite hits a 3-pointer. Foul drawn for Houtkin, but no point. 48 seconds left.
Houken once came to the stripe, shot 2 for 2. Great free throw shooter. As this says, we'll see what happens here.
I like to think my notes are accurate. First one goes in as there's 30 seconds left in this game. 76-45 is your score. Houken with his first point.
And the clock is not stopping. As
No,
this
it's
game comes down to a line.
no mercy rule, but yes to a running clock in this game. Both free throws made by number 1, Scott Houken. 8 seconds left. Thunderwolves going to play till the very last buzzer. Lanosa over to Wagner. Wagner with a jumper, 1 second, no good, and that's the game.
And as this game comes to a close, what a huge win for the Eagles. 37-point difference. 32, excuse me. Huge game by Ashmore. Frigo's first game back. Great performance by him. Next game is this Monday against St. John Paul Academy, 7 o'clock. Come support your Eagles here in Coconut Creek, Florida. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Gabe Fenster.
I'm Sam Gelfand.
Thank you, and have a great night.